The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. That music was hopping. That was great music. I love it.
Thank
Yeah. So
you.
how are you, Drusilla?
I am excellent. And how are you, Vera?
I am great, and I am so honored that you are with me today. And what I'm going to do is share with our audience a little bit about Drusilla Mangarara. Almost. Mangara Vera. Yes. Okay, I got it. All right. Well, let me tell you, she is a testament of enduring courage. Drusilla is the founder of the Diversity in Action Global Movement. She is a number one best-selling author and creator of the Diversity in Action Framework. Raised in Rwanda, Drusilla won a scholarship to the National University of Life and Environmental Science in Kiev, Ukraine. Returning, she became a member of parliament and government, contributing to significant changes, including gender equality. Her safety in jeopardy in 2008, Drusilla fled Rwanda alone, bravely beginning life anew in America. There, the unstoppable leader received acclaim as the executive director of Bridge Refugee Services. Now, a diversity consultant and international speaker, Drusilla helps companies eliminate employee turnover, fuel productivity, and save money. Well, I am so honored. There are so many things that we can talk about and will talk about. We're going to start, and because my platform are children and parents, we're going to start with you sharing what was your childhood like? How did it shape you and make you the person that you are today? And then I want you to talk about your story, some of the things that happened to you while you were in Rwanda, and what caused you to now have this diversity in action, and why is that your purpose and your passion? So I've asked you to share a lot of stuff, so I am going to give you the floor and give you the time to do that.
Thank you, Vera. And before I move on, I congratulate you for creating this show and to give opportunity to the audience to learn from different speakers, experts. And that I like the question you did ask about my childhood, because in our culture, they say that you shape the tree when it is still young. I was raised in a family of 9 children, 7 sisters and 1 brother, and I was the middle child. I remember how my mother was a very caring mother. We were in a Christian family, and because we were many, she was making sure before she eats to make sure that all the children did get something to eat and they are okay. And one of the things I remember about my mother, she also, her nickname was People's Lover. Uh, and she instilled us love, to love others. My dad was the same. They educated us and he wanted us to be educated. I remember him taking me to the boarding school. But every time we will go to eat, we will pray. Every time we will go to bed, we will pray, and we were taught to pray even in the morning when we wake up, and then when we will go to bed. And I remember when we were in a primary school, my mom will not ask do anything when we come to the break, lunch break, eat without doing something. Even if it's a cleaning, even if it's go fetching water, even if it's go bringing some vegetables from the backyard. We were taught the hard work since we were little. And yeah, I remember when I went to college in Russia, that time it was the former Soviet Union. She did say, "What do you eat there?" Because I did like to eat cabbage. And I say, "Mommy, cabbage is there too." And I'm good. I'm in good hands and I have a good food to eat. After graduating from college, I went back home and I served as a civil servant. Later on, I went to parliament. Uh, After genocide, Rwanda had genocide against Tutsi in 1994. And then I was asked to be a member of parliament representing my political party. And later on, I was invited to be a member of the government for 4.5 years. But my ideas were not always welcomed. When I was deciding to go into politics, I said, yes, I can use my Christian values to influence decision. But some people will see me as a threat because if I had different ideas that are not aligning with theirs, so they considered me as an enemy, which should not be the case. And this is why I fled the country in 2008 because of persecution based on my ideas. Vera, when I fled the country, I left behind my family. My daughter was 12 years old. I know among your listeners, there are parents and the children who are that age. Imagine a parent who doesn't speak to the children for a year. The whole year, they didn't know I was even living alive. And then after 1 year, they crossed the border. They were going to prepare for immigration services. And this is how I could talk to them. I'm grateful that America facilitated the family reunification in 2010. So they came 2 years almost after me, I left my country. And now they are adults giving forward in different sectors. And one of them, my son, made me a grandma. So my grandson is 4.5 years. So, and I'm grateful.
That's wonderful. And so you reunited with your children here,
Yes.
and I know you're married, and you guys have really you've done a lot. And I know you when you moved here, you got a job with the refugee organization. You want to talk about that?
Yes. And before I go there, I did you ask one question. Why am I passionate about diversity
Yes.
in action? It's, you see, I fled because of my opinion. And I felt like I was behind because of my ideas. And I know there are many employees who are left behind at the workplace because of their opinion. So based on my experience of navigating the trials and tribulation of fitting in and being a different, that motivated me to create the diversity in action framework to help companies to eliminate employee turnover by turning their employees into loyal ambassadors of their company. I want people to love each other, to champion each other within the workplace. So when I moved here in 2009, my first job was $6.55 an hour at Goodwill Industries. Even if it was not matched with my experience and expertise, it gave me hope to search for something. And then I know also I worked like 14 hours a day. So when my children will come, we'll have enough to eat at the table. And then I moved up $6.55 an hour to $8 an hour, $12 an hour. And let alone when they were looking for an executive in 2015 for Bridge Refugee Services, the agency that welcomed me, I said, I have the experience and the managerial skills. I can lead the organization. And then I have a story as a refugee. I understand the struggle abroad and locally. So I applied and then I won the position and I served there for 6.5 years. And before I left them with the first reserve ever, the fund reserve of $100,000. So this is what we say, that people from different background and experiences are a richness. They are not a challenge, they are a richness.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And can you share what was it like coming to America, and what kinds of experiences did you have that kind of led you to the work that you do now?
The America I dreamed probably when I arrived was not exactly what I saw. I was a minister of environment, if I give an example, in my country, and I thought that when I come here, I will see the recycling program being well done. I know it's in my city in Knoxville, it's not as developed as I expected it to be. But I saw also people who are welcoming, because if I didn't have a welcoming and supportive community, I would not be where I am today. I remember when my children came, they were 5, and somebody invited my husband and I to go to their home. And we thought that we'll just go for lunch and dinner. And they gave us $3,000. So people were welcoming. And then when I was waiting for them, there were people who said, we are behind you. We pray for your family reunification. And I'm grateful that America has that refugee resettlement program. Because imagine if you come without knowing the language, you don't have money, you don't have a family to rely on, you just rely on strangers, community members. And they were very welcoming. So what led me to go to what I'm doing today? I saw like the injustice, and I saw the tension between the police and the brown community. And I had a voice one time for me to work with African Americans in the police departments. And I said, God, I don't know what it is, but I am at your service. And then when I did go to find a mentor about branding, and I did tell her what I aspire to do, and I wanted to do something not just local. I wanted to do global, because diversity, equity, and inclusion problems are global problems. And she said, you should be called the Diversity Trust Builder. And then this is how my brand was born. And I did work on my 3 values, which are trust, community, and championship. So
And
these
I'm
are the
putting
values
that
I stand
in:
for:
trust,
community
community.
and championship. And I saw the tension between, in the boardrooms. And I was thinking, how can I help organizations to build that trust among their teams, and then they can increase revenues. Because also what you see, sometimes people were not welcoming sometimes because of our accent. But I do tell people that every one of us, every one individual in the world has an accent, and we have to leverage
Sometimes.
those accents as assets. So they are our assets because they are part of our identity. And as I pay attention to communicate with people, they should be patient and pay attention to me. And this is what I teach. Like when we teach our children to learn multiple languages, they become more empathetic and then more inclusive.
Let's talk about that because I know you speak a lot of different languages. So I'd like for you to share with our audience. And did you learn some of these languages as a child?
Yes. So I speak 5 languages. I was born in Rwanda. The native language is Kinyarwanda. I speak Kirundi. Burundi is a neighboring country to Rwanda. And then when I learned French in primary school and high school, but when I went to college, I learned Russian. And then when I was in the second part of secondary school, I learned a little bit English. But when I went to college, I never learned English. But when I graduated and I started to travel the world, I had difficulties when there was no simultaneous translation. And I told myself, my salary is not as much, but I'm going back home to learn English. I went to the American Center to learn English. And then when the genocide happened, I had my intermediate level. I never knew that English would be my working language. But I can
Wow.
tell you, I did do a lot of efforts to listen to people how they speak and read many books. And one of the projects I like in America is the free library system. That is one of my favorite.
Yes. And
Mm.
Robinette, we have a guest here. Robinette says, "Hello, Queens. Women of intellect are the most beautiful people to get to know." Amen, amen,
Amen.
amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Thank you,
Thank
Robin.
you for, yes, thank you for being here, Robinette. I appreciate it. And so 5 languages, international speaker, global impact where diversity is concerned. And so, and you develop these pillars for diversity. I'd like for us to kind of talk about that. And then we also talked about, we're going to talk about love and forgiveness and how important that is. But I want to put in the chat your pillars for diversity. And I'd like for you to just kind of expound upon each one.
So the first one is declare your commitment to diversity.
Declare your commitment to diversity. And how can companies do that?
So the reason why companies are not attracting people they want to attract, they are not attractive enough. And having that written commitment in using words that attract the employees. You know, as a business entrepreneur, they tell us to speak the languages of our clients. Why employers are not speaking the languages of employees, you know? So there are keywords that should be in their commitment to diversity and inclusion. People, family, flexibility, the words, the promotion, safety. Those are the things that I'm creating a freebie for those kind of the checklist. But I think if they have, and the values they stand for, why diversity and inclusion matter for them, because you want to see that if you were going to a safe place, you will be contributing, you will be valued, you will be appreciated. That will attract you. This is why I say that if you create that safe space, attractive space, and you retain employees and you treat them the way you want to be treated, they will be loyal ambassadors for your brand. You don't have even to pay money to advertise. I have a mentor. What his strategy is, We are the advertisers for her. She gives so much. She invests in us. She does research. Every question every member asks her, she will develop a tool or a video or something. So when it comes to people, when you meet people who are looking for a branding coach, you say, oh, I have the best one. So because she's investing in our people, employers also have to see their employees as like the clientele. How you treat your clients like queen and kings. This is how you should treat your employees. And
Absolutely. And when you consider your employees are your most valuable asset,
asset.
far beyond the bottom line, which is the dollar,
Yeah.
because productivity and performance is impacted by how leadership treats their employees. And not it's not only your internal customers, which are your employees, but also how you treat your external customers and what they see when they walk into your establishment. All right, I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead.
So the second one is defining your goals and metrics. So, where do you want to go with your company? For example, how do you measure trust? Because the trust factor is huge, and sometimes people do not give it the real values. Relationships between your employees, your team members, the leaders, and the people they lead is key. So when you define the goals and metrics, and then you can measure from where you are to where you are going. And then the third one is this one. You dedicate enough resources to diversity and inclusion efforts, because sometimes people think like it's a checkbox. We did apply a VP in charge of diversity, no money attached, no human resource attached. You just go and figure out, and that will not work. And it has to start from the leadership, as you say that everything lies on leadership. So the same for diversity and inclusion. If leaders are not committed, and then one of the commitment is to say there are enough resources to develop our people. And then the fourth pillar is developing a training plan, because it has been shown by statistics that companies who have good training and mentoring program, they are killing it. So they are going to the roof. Develop,
A training plan. I
yeah,
got it down.
yeah.
Yes.
So because as you know, as entrepreneur, and I heard somebody also that nobody will order a person to develop. When you are in a workplace, you learn a lot. Even there are things you didn't learn at college or in schools that have been taught at school. Even the strategies about diversity, what does it mean? How do you live with other? How do you collaborate? How do you handle difficult situation? How do you deal with triggers? Triggering words, for example. I was giving a talk at the Chamber of Commerce locally, and we did go through an exercise of writing our happy diversity alphabet. And I did ask them to write down the triggering words. And diversity was one of the triggering words. And what I want to say, we'll talk about this about forgiveness. It's because if you were raised or born in one environment when you don't see diversity, what you have taught, what you have learned, you have sometimes to unlearn what you learned because it was not representing the real situation of the things. And
Yes.
then the last one, and not least, it's deliver results.
And you know, you talked about what you have learned. Children are not racist. Children value diversity and difference when they are allowed to be around them. And Robinette, she says, Dr. Asala is Drosela. Shouldn't training be ongoing as well as cyclical? Absolutely.
Absolutely. You are right. You are right, Robinette. Training is ongoing process. And then you do
Absolutely.
evaluation also, and you learn from your employees. One of the things I think leaders are missing at the workplace is asking employees even what they want to learn, and then they can list them out, and then they can provide the resources. Thank you for your comment. It's a good comment, Robinette. I appreciate that. You are completely 100% right. So the last one, as I was saying, is to deliver results, because you have to see, are you progressing, are you regressing? But one of the results and measurable things you can do, for example, is like, how do you have a calendar, for example, of celebrating your people besides the government holidays? What are other holidays you celebrate? How you are celebrating the cultures, the food, the music, all those things contributes to the unity among your team. So these are the five pillars. You declare your commitment, you define goals and metrics, you dedicate resources, being human or financial, you develop a training plan, and then you deliver and celebrate your team. Because these five pillars, they have other sub pillars. One is welcome. Everybody should be feel welcome at the workplace. And the second one is unity. If you see, let us talk about a soccer, a football team, any team. They all have goals. They work towards the goals. They don't look into different direction. Unity is so crucial. And then one of the sub pillar I want companies to embrace is stories. How do we share our stories? Vera, you and I, we seem like we know each other for many years, because when we met, we shared our stories. I know what you like, I know your family, we are human beings. We have to
Yes.
bring humanism in human resource management. And that
Yes.
when you humanize things and you are vulnerable, you tell those stories. This is how you connect and you break barriers. And then one of other sub pillar is creating wealth development. Not only your people have the worthiness in them, but how do you spread wealth when it is created, starting to awarding the people who created that wealth? Of course.
And yes, giving credit where credit is due.
Yes, and then the trust is a strong sub pillar. When there is no trust, there is no community, there is no championship. When there is no trust and there is a gossiping at the workplace, that doesn't increase your productivity. It just kills your goals and
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, there are three things that can destroy a workplace, gossiping being one of them, the
mhm.
agitator throwing stones and then hiding behind the cloak, and then the saboteur. All of
Mhm.
those things impact on the workplace. And Robinette says trust is crucial. It is absolutely crucial. And
Yes,
being and but all of this, the bottom line is there are diversity and cultural competence. It's a head thing. You got to have the knowledge, you know, but it's a heart thing because you also got to have the compassion and all of those things to help you make those changes. You got to have a desire to want to
yes,
know your coworkers and what have you. And then you got to take action and all the things that you've mentioned, that the action. Don't just talk about diversity, don't just talk about cultural competence, but demonstrate it.
yes,
Demonstrate it.
yes.
Demonstrate it.
And what
Absolutely.
I want to say that diversity is not political. It's about us as human beings. It's a way of being and doing. So it's not. people have to just say no, it's not political, because if you say it's political, it means it's not about you, it's about all of us. Imagine if your child is discriminated, your wife is discriminated because of the gender or things. So all of us deserve to be treated the way we want to treat others. So if you treat every person you want the way you want to be treated, you
Just
will be a champion.
imagine.
Yes,
Just imagine.
yes,
If
yes,
we treated people the way we wanted to be treated,
yeah,
we wouldn't have all these issues.
yeah.
Our democracy would not be at stake.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, treating people the way you want to be treated in the workplace, in our society, in our homes. Go ahead, I'll shut up.
So I wanted to tell you another thing. Probably, I wish Americans can take advantage of this. And I heard the Supreme Court and things. Affirmative actions. Affirmative actions normally are temporary. So when you are here and somebody is here, in order for you to get where they are and compete at the same level, you have to have actions to reduce those disparities. And in Rwanda, I'm glad that I contributed to existing constitution, because in our constitution we did talk about at least 30% of all government decision makers position should be occupied by women. And I want to say also that diversity is not mediocrity. Okay.
No.
And we did talk about the training plan. And as you know, every employee going to a new place, they have a training model they have to follow. So in any position, in any position, being government, non-profit, you have to have that training to help you to grow. And then you can also see, according to innovations that are coming now, we are talking about AI technology, so you have to keep up with your knowledge. But affirmative actions is a international practice. I see women in America, there is no way women can be like almost the same numbers like men in the whole world, but we are always our numbers are in the leadership are lower and lower. So we have to change that. We have to change that.
Well, we're about to change it. We've got a, we're getting ready to have a female leading our country.
Yeah, and I also say, since you have the audience are children and the parents, it's you see, I remember when I had my daughter and my son, I treated them equally. They went to the same school. When I was buying a bicycle, I would buy a bicycle for each one. When they did go to the swimming classes, when they did go to English classes, the reading program, they all were going together. So I think starting from our children, teaching them the laws of love, and then supporting each other, and be open-minded to other cultures is very crucial. And then when we were talking about learning multiple languages, it has been shown also that those multiple languages helps you to deal with empathy. You become an empathetic leader. You have like performance is increasing, and then you are patient. So there are social skills besides cognitive performance that are learned when you learn multiple languages. And this is one of my legacy projects. I want to help Americans especially to learn and to invest in multiple languages, and for safety issues, for social issues, for economic issues, that is crucial. So
And
that
you
is.
absolutely, and it's so sad because our country, we're so arrogant. We don't teach other languages, and we're probably the only country in the world where children are not learning dual languages, different languages. It's, like right now, we're at a deficit because we have so many other speaking people speaking other than language that it's impacting our workplaces.
Of
And,
course.
right now I'm at the Urban League and we're teaching Spanish to the community because we've had an influx of Hispanics that live in our community. So we are embracing their culture and learning their language just as they need to learn ours. And
Yes.
so it's just, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And
Yes.
I've got to go to a commercial,
Okay.
but we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Been feeling myself for a minute. Hallelujah. Amen.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9 to 5 grind? Feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9 to 5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9 to 5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9 to 5 Club today and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
No more 9 to 5. Let me tell you, this is a club that will stimulate your mind, that will allow you opportunity to explore residual income. It supports veterans. It is for entrepreneurs who have purpose, passion, and vision. It is for those who may work a 9 to 5 and realize there's got to be more. There's got to be more. And so joining the club will help you determine, well, what is my purpose? What is my passion? And the networking will enable you to make it happen. So no more 9 to 5. Check it out. Go to bit.ly/no more, the number 9, the number 2, the number 5, VT. Check it out. And you can join for $1.11 for the first month. And those dollars will go towards veterans. So we support veterans, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And yes, look into this. Definitely, Robinette. Check it out. And she had made another comment here regarding what's happening with our country and Black women. I told my granddaughter today, this is an exciting time for our Black women and our country. Absolutely. And hopefully, prayerfully, we will look at qualifications. That's what we need in this country. It's not about race, it's about democracy and making sure that our democracy stays intact. All right.
Yes, and that's in this commercial. I heard about seasoned people are not seasoned. I want to say that this diversity in action framework works and can help seasoned executive as well as the people who have been there. Because as Robinette was saying, it's learning, unlearning, adding, adapting, and that when people are not adapting, they perish, you know. This is
Yes,
why people have to adapt now, since employees are demanding diversity and inclusion. Employers just have to listen. And then you remember the how to win friends and influence people.
yes,
You give them what they want. So
yes.
if the employees give the employers what they want and employers give employees what they want, they meet in between and they become like a cement together, you know. So
Absolutely. And
this is why. Mhm.
it's all about respect.
Yeah,
Respecting and valuing each other. It
yeah,
is so important. It's critical. And yes, you can join for $1.11. Yes, you can.
yeah.
So check it out.
And
And
one point also I wanted to mention, we're talking about what is in our subconscious mind. It takes time and to take courage to unlearn the things you learned. And this is why in diversity and equity efforts, you have to have time for that. And we have time to heal, because things where you were told are not true always. And we have to see how you get them out of your mind, because there are people who are there to dehumanize other people. We are all created equal. We are all powerful. We are all having greatness in us. And I like the word you use, like greatness. We are intelligent. We are genius. And if we put all the talents, the skills, perspective together in backgrounds, are we losing or are we winning? So you have to choose. If you want to win, you have to consider all those skills and talents all together.
she said bullseye. Absolutely. I mean, we're human. Every human being, there is greatness within each and every one of us. And the reason that we're having such hate is because people feel threatened when they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be.
Hmm.
And she says, never give up, never give
Never
up,
give up.
never give
Yes.
up.
And
And
also, I want to say the scarcity of resources. Some people are saying, "Oh, you come to take this and this." There is enough resources for everyone, but our leaders have to be smart and open-minded to know how you manage those resources. You are talking about veterans. We can take care of our veterans, disabled people, women, people with special needs, refugees, and everybody. And I want to say also, like, information is power. I want people to be educated and learn about the things they don't. Sometimes social media or media can mislead you and tell me I was a politician. I know, I know. Sometimes people are just rushing to go to share the news. I was very pleased, and if you are listening and you have this Police Citizen Academy program in your area, I encourage you to attend that, because you
what
will
is it? Say it again.
Police Citizen Academy. So there are courses you go and you
Oh,
sit and you
yes.
learn about the police business, because the police, the law enforcement need us and we need them. And we want them to go home also, to go to work safely, feel safe, like we want to also when we meet them to feel safe. But I think if many people will know about that business and find a way also to have activities together. I remember when I was a director of Bridge Refugee Services and we had like World Refugee Day, we would invite them. We would invite them and we were dancing together, we were sharing stories together. And that is what we have to find out, how the law enforcement can build relationship and fellowship with the communities. Community policing, it's an area where I want to be a bridge to help people, because we are all good. The devil can come, but also the trauma, Vera, the trauma is killing people. And
Absolutely.
this is why in diversity, equity, and inclusion program, the training program we are talking about, trauma-informed care should be across the board, across the board
Yes,
because we are
absolutely.
all traumatized people
Yes, we
and we
are.
have to heal.
And absolutely. And unfortunately, 64% of adults who have unresolved issues and trauma, it stems from the trauma, the abuse, the drama that they experienced as children. And that's why all of this that you're talking about is so important, because you're taking it from the home into the workplace. And that's why you have a lot of issues in the workplace, because people have a lot of unresolved issues, and mental health is a major problem, a
Yes.
major concern. And
Yeah.
Robinette, she says we have a community policing team, and she says
Yay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
I want
And
to connect with you, Robinette. So I hope you will share your information so we can
yes,
stay connected.
I'll connect you to on LinkedIn.
Yes.
I can do that.
And Vera, it's good to heal. It's people have to go to a journey to heal. And I
Yes,
had to go to a journey to heal. Imagine being forced to leave your country you worked, you invested in for more than 40 years, and you are fleeing. You don't know if you have to go. And this is why I had to forgive to become who
yes,
I am. And the things our parents taught us as a Christian, forgiveness was one of the things too. And in this chapter, Leaders with the Heart, this book, I wrote a small paragraph, but it's a small, but it's powerful. And if you allow that, I can read. It's on page 118. Let me read you what I wrote there, if you permit. So,
yes,
the power of forgiveness. I have also been asked where, after all the challenges I have faced, I get the force to keep moving, stay energized, and create. I publicly forgave all the people that contributed, consciously or unconsciously, to my persecution. Negativity is my enemy. The oppression did not happen to me, it did happen for me. I focus more on the good thing that came out of it. And I want to tell you, this is not my words. God wants us to forgive if the
yes,
listeners are Christian. So
yes.
in Matthew chapter 6, verses 14 to 15, it says, forgiveness is not a choice, it is a must from God. It
Absolutely.
benefits you more than your offender. We have to forgive and pray for our enemies.
Yes, and I have a video from one of my other advertisers, and it is on forgiveness. So I'm going to share that right quick, and we'll come back and talk
Forgiveness
about
is
it.
a powerful tool for personal growth, allowing us to let go of resentment and move forward. The key to inner peace and emotional well-being. Apologies and forgiveness go hand in hand, creating space for healing and reconciliation. Inner work and willingness are essential in the process of forgiveness, requiring us to confront our own emotions and vulnerabilities. Taking a broader perspective on actions helps us understand the complexities of human nature and the impact of forgiveness on relationships. The journey of self-discovery is intertwined with forgiveness, leading us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. Follow Divine Marketing Pro for more personal growth.
Yes.
Authentic divine marketing. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, she created that particular video to promote forgiveness. And I'm also promoting her, Ariel Chime. You want to check out Authentic Divine Marketing. If you have need to produce videos and other marketing tools, you want to contact Ariel Chime, Authentic Divine Marketing. And she has a heart of gold, and what she does is amazing. So check out Divine marketing at, wait, let me pull her up here, at https://bit.ly Divine Chime. So check it out, Divine Marketing. All right. And we have another comment coming in. Oh, she said beautiful. And she says, checking you out. And it's Drusilla. All it's not Dr. Osella. That's her whole name, Drusilla. And wish you and your mission Godspeed and continued blessings. Awesome.
I'm a doctor.
Awesome.
I call sometimes MD without a medical degree because in my country they call me Mugorewera Drosela. When I came to America, they reverse. You know, the first name comes first. So
Yes.
I'm a doctor of diversity in action.
Yes. Dr. Diversity. Absolutely. In
Yes.
action. And you know,
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about, because you have another book, and I do want to talk about that book. And I want to get back to forgiveness, because we have to forgive those who have hurt us, who have abused us, who have mistreated us. Because if we don't, all of that stuff builds up inside of us and it makes us sick. And they are getting on with their lives, not even thinking about us.
Yeah.
So it's very, and you know, when you've been through a lot of hurt in your work, in your personal life, in your social life, when you've been through a lot of hurt, and the hurts that you've gone through, having to leave your country, but yet recognizing that that forgiveness is so key. And you may not even feel that you have forgiven. But I know a daily prayer for me is, if I've hurt anyone, I ask forgiveness. If anyone has hurt me, I forgive them. And the more we say it, the forgiveness will activate inside of us. And we got another comment. She says, got it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key. I want to
Yeah.
pull up your other book and let's talk about that for a minute as well. This book, The Grace and Grit.
Yes. The chapter in this book, my chapter is about challenging the status quo. Because, as you know, in the diversity, equity, and inclusion field, as we said, it's a lot of cards. You play a lot of cards together, you learn, you unlearn, you relearn. So sometimes you have heard those leaders who say, this is the way we have been doing this all the time. So like in the business world, we learn and then we adapt and we create. And I like Joy Badridge, the author of the book, The Joy in Business. So you have to adapt and be flexible. And I'm ready when I teach about this topic. I also know that some, pushback can be there, but I am learning the soft language, how I can use the soft language, and I'm part of other group of experts in diversity, equity, and inclusion, where we meet every week to see how we can include love, empathy in what we are teaching. But I know when change comes in, you have to adapt or perish. So this is why in the work I did back home, I challenge people who want to do the same thing all over and over. It cannot that way. The things we had 10 years ago, before COVID, after COVID, you see, we have to adapt on many things. Same at the workplace. You have to adapt if there are new people speaking a different languages, coming from different culture, people who are caregivers, single parents. So you have to know the ecosystem of your team, so you can adapt and create solutions that are suitable to each one of them. And then the flexibility you have to bring into the workplace. And I want to talk about like multi-generational accommodation. Now many people will say, oh, there is a law accommodating pregnant women, and that will make us invest. When there are no babies, there are no businesses. So we have to welcome those laws who are giving pregnant women opportunity to care those babies, to continue to work in a safe environment. That is an example I'm giving to say that when you are an empathetic leader, you should know your folks and then make sure that accommodation is done for everyone. And accommodation
Absolutely.
is not a bad word, because you also have to be accommodated by your board if you're an executive. So it's a win-win. It's for all of us, not just ethic mindset. It has to change. Yes, I love that. I love that, Lobinet, because ethics is it's crucial. You have to be a person of integrity. You have to be an
Yes.
inclusive person. You have to be a leader that is leading with love. I think it is
Yes. Leading with love. I love that.
yes.
I'm going
Mhm.
to put that in the chat. And before we go, I do have to promote a couple more things.
Okay.
Um, Leading with love. Okay.
Mm.
Another word from one of my sponsors, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Smart IT Tech, your ultimate partner for digital success. Are you struggling to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to unlock the potential of YouTube monetization? At Smart IT Tech, we specialize in transforming your YouTube presence. Our expert team ensure your channel not only grows but thrives in the competitive digital landscape. From optimizing your video SEO to increasing your views and subscribers, we handle it all with proven strategies and cutting-edge tools. We pave the way for your channel success and monetization. But that's not all. Visit our website to explore a wide range of service we offer. Need help with Instagram growth, Facebook growth, TikTok growth, video editing, website development, SEO, or captivating graphics design? We have got you covered. At Smart IT Tech, we provide comprehensive solutions for all your digital needs. Our client success is our priority, and we work tirelessly to ensure you achieve your goals. Don't worry. Visit our LinkedIn profile to see client recommendation. Reach out directly by WhatsApp or schedule a meeting through Calendly for more information. Smart IT Tech, your digital success partner. Thank you.
Yes, Smart IT Tech. You want to check them out. I did put the information in the comments, so please click on the link and tell them you heard it on the Vera Thomas show. And I realize, every time we get together, we run out of time. And I do have another thing that I need to share. And she says, work ethic is instilled by example and mentorship. That's where you will successfully find. Absolutely.
Yes.
Let me put this up here. The leader determines how an organization, the culture of the organization,
Yes.
and when we talk about cultural competence, diversity and cultural competence, there's a little difference between the two. But understanding cultures and embracing various cultures, that is so important. I need to push the event that I'm having on Friday. So let me share that, and then we'll come back and you will wrap us up. Okay. So let me share this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Donovan Tolbert, and I'm a motivational speaker and father of 2 young children, ages 3 and 5 years old. I just got off my first session with Vera Thomas, and it was extremely mind-opening. And I say that because I'm currently a full-time single father myself. I have full custody over my children, and I'm doing it all on my own. And I'll tell you this, half the time I feel inadequate as a 30-year-old father figure, and I feel like I'm always not doing enough half the time, right? And I've learned so much from Vera, like just in this first session. And I just say that as men, we're so focused on conquering the world, making as much money as possible, sold on that dream of providing for our families in a major way financially. And we have this thing that we're not doing enough if we're not there financially. But sometimes we just miss out on the bigger picture, which is the small, insignificant things in our own view that we're neglecting along the way, like just reassuring our kids and reading to them, giving them responsibility, helping them become their own adults, helping them to manage their emotions at a young age so that they don't have to be angry teenagers, and things like critical thinking. Like, we don't think these things in the midst of time. And I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to speak and learn from Vera, because my advice is that any father listening to this, that if you crave a stronger bond with your children and your young adults, and you want to take that step to the next level, hear what she has to say, and you'll be amazed on how powerful your presence is when you just get help from somebody who can bring that greatness out of you that's already inside of you. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk soon.
You can still register. The event is on Friday, the 26th, 11 a.m. to 1, actually. And you go to bit.ly/ideas for fathers. That is a gift to you. And on the last page is the registration. Hope to see you there. Hope to see you there. All right. I'm running out of time, but there's one more that I need to play, and then I'm going to give you the floor to wrap us up. But let me see.
Nothing is impossible for this woman.
That's not it. I have two videos that look so much alike. Okay, let's do this.
Mama Knows creates high-quality products that are available to be used on multiple textures of hair. Her goal is to bridge the gap to stop people from having to use multiple products because of families with multiple hair types. Her products are currently being used on men, women, children of all ethnicities. Mama Knows products are available at www.mamaknowsproducts.com. That's www.mamaknowsproducts.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Mama Knows Products, because Mama knows what you need.
Let me tell you about these products. They are amazing. They smell great. We're talking shampoos, conditioners, moisturizers, hair serums, and just a whole line of products to help you have and maintain healthy hair. You need to check out Mama Knows products. Why? Because Mama knows what you need. So check her out. Check it out. Okay. And she says, oh, a lot of goodies on here. Yes, there are. Check them out. So listen, I'm going to give you the floor and let you close us out. And again, thank you so much for pitching in, because my guests had a conflict and could not come. So I'm so excited and so happy that you came. So I'm going to give you the final words, and I want to say to my audience, see you on Thursday. God bless you. And Drusilla is going to close us out.
Vera, I want to thank you. And I have been told to be a speaker lady. And I'm glad you called me when your person didn't show up. Robinette, thank you. Thank you for your comments. And thank you for you who will replay this show. And I would like to stay in touch. I have many things like free gifts on my website. So Drusilla, when you go to Drusilla360.com, DROCELLA 360.com, you will get many free gifts. And I want to tell you, we have many in store. Stay tuned. September 18 of this year, we will have a summit on employee retention starting 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I'm grateful that Vera Thomas will be one of the speakers talking about anti-bullying strategies, because bullying at the workplace is also another big challenge. Vera, thank you for accepting to be on my summit. And I always be grateful for you to be my friend, my supporter. And congratulations in all means, because you are touching many people's lives. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to say good night to my audience, and I'll see you on Thursday with another great guest. God bless.
The Vera Thomas